how to get harder erections and keep them for the rest of your life. Hey, if you are having problems with your erections and you want to have harder erections, not worry about any issues whenever you're ready to do what you want to do, then listen to these 5 powerful tips that I want to give you that you can incorporate into your daily life so that you have the erections that you want to without having to worry about them at all. My name is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 20 years, I've been the sexual performance coach with African Fly, which is a liquid aphrodisiac, and I've talked to hundreds of guys ages 22 to 82 who've had all types of sexual performance issues. And one of the main things that guys always wonder is, how can I get harder erections? And what I'm going to do for you right now specifically is break down exactly what you need to know for a daily routine that's going to make sure you get to the harder erections and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And also, make sure you subscribe so you can get more of this information as we put it out as often as possible. So let me go ahead and break this down till it can't be broken down anymore. All right, now, 5 testosterone shifting habits. The first one is pay attention to the amount of sugar that you're taking in. A lot of guys are not paying attention to how much sugar you get because you're only supposed to get 21 to 23 grams of sugar a day. Now, a glass of orange juice is over 23 grams. So it's easy. The sugar's all around us. And the thing you have to remember about sugar is that it lowers your testosterone. Now, when you're younger, it lowers it for about half an hour, then it starts coming back up. As you get older and your testosterone levels go down, then you start losing out on the sugar is pounding your testosterone levels. So you have to pay attention to that because the bursting and burning of testosterone is what fuels an erection. You have low testosterone, you're going to have low erections. So that is the reason why you have to pay attention to how much sugar that you have coming into your system. The other thing you need to pay attention to is your sleep. How much sleep are you getting? Some people say I only need 5 to 6 hours of sleep. That's great. But if you're trying to have harder erections, you have to make changes in your daily habits, and sleep is one of them because your testosterone builds while you are asleep. If you don't get that sleep in, you're not getting your full supply that your body can give you in terms of getting a harder erection. I mean, when you're asleep, you actually get 5 erections just on its own, no stimulus involved. When you wake up, the reason why you have a morning woody is because your testosterone developed while you were asleep. So with that information in mind, go ahead and go to sleep. And here's a couple of tips to help you get a better night's sleep. The first one is turn out all the lights. The second one is turn off your TV. And the third one is stop looking at your phone right before you go to sleep. The reason for that is because light stimulates the sun. And your brain is set up so that if you see light, it's going to wake you up. And so that applies especially to your phone because your phone simulates sunlight better than the lamps and your TV does. So on your phone, most phones now have a blue light app. So you can actually program it so that when you're looking at it, it's taking out that sunlight part of it, is just showing a blue light. And that's better for your brain in terms of understanding that, okay, it's not sunlight. I can look at this and then I can go to sleep. The other thing you want to do is set a pattern. You know, if you have to be in bed by 10 so you can get up by 6 so you get your full 8 hours of sleep, you need to do that. You get that full complement of testosterone. It'll build every night. That's the whole purpose of doing this as a daily and nightly habit. The other thing we have to pay attention to is alcohol. I know a lot of guys right here. I know, I understand, but it's alcohol. Alcohol is a poison that just happens to make us feel woozy. It also happens to have a lot of sugar in it. And it also happens to mess up your sleep. Now, it may seem like you're sound asleep because you're snoring hard as I don't know what, but your body is in the process of trying to repair that poison that you just took into your system. So it's not producing testosterone. So you're going to wake up, you're not going to feel well. You feel like you're slightly sick. Well, you can imagine what's happening down there. If your brain isn't feeling well, then, you know, it has no time for you to worry about getting a harder erection. So if you're doing a lot of drinking, you have to start scaling it back, cut it back. It's going to work out very well for you in terms of your erections. One of the things that a lot of guys miss out on, and it's very healthy for you in terms of your testosterone, is lifting weights, lifting heavy weights. The reason for that is when you lift heavy weights, you're actually going through the process of tearing the muscle, and as you sleep, your body is going to repair it. So your body's like, hey, what just happened? We need to do more repair, dial up more testosterone to help repair these muscles. So that process helps you. You know, when it dials up more testosterone, it not only dials it up to repair, it also pulls up some more testosterone for you to actually function better, because it's like, hey, you just lifted something. You may need to lift it tomorrow so we can eat. So let me give you some more testosterone. So that is a good habit to get into. The habit to get out of, if you're doing a lot of it, is a lot of steady state cardio. That's where you just run on a treadmill for hours or elliptical for hours and things like that. That actually produces cortisol. And cortisol is a stress hormone. It goes against testosterone. It also goes against you losing weight in a lot of ways. So getting on a treadmill and running forever is not great for your testosterone, which means it's not great for your erections. And you have to remember, the first guy that ran a marathon died. I'm not perfect on my Greek or Roman history, but after that war where the guy ran for marathon to say, hey, we won the war, he ran 24 miles and died. I'm not sure why people start running 24 miles just to see what happens, but this is what happened to this dude. So let's follow that. It doesn't make sense. Just lift. Science has shown is that's what's going to help increase your testosterone, which is going to help increase your erection. And here's one thing that a lot of guys are telling this, and they get sort of weirded out by it, but you have to meditate. Why do you have to meditate? Well, I mentioned it before, cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. And that stress hormone is just when you have so much going on in your brain, you know, you were thinking about what happened yesterday, what happens tomorrow, what's going to happen. You have this schedule, all of this is going on. And then, oh my goodness, here comes my girl and we're supposed to have sex and my erection is like, what's going on? That's because too much stuff is going on. We are overstimulated as it is, laptops, phones, all these different things that are going on, plus the normal stress of our lives. It's messing with our brains, and that shoots up our cortisol. So the fastest way, what I'm going to say the fastest way, one of the best ways to get rid of cortisol, to lower cortisol, is to meditate. And let me uncomplicate it for you guys. I heard this from a Buddhist monk who said this. It's like people have just complicated meditation basically so they can sell books and, you know, like, come take my class and stand on your forehead while you meditate, all this silly stuff. Really what it comes down to, meditation is very simple. Basically just focusing on your breathing, just right there. That was meditation. I just did meditation. It's that simple. I mean, obviously doing it for a longer period of time is great. If you could do it for 5 hours, that is wonderful. Just sitting there doing it for a minute, it's going to change your cortisol levels. It's going to relax your brain. It's like, hey, I'm safe. I don't need all this stimulus to go on at the same time. And so what that does is lowers your cortisol, it relaxes your brain, it relaxes your body. And so there's a lot of health benefits. One of them being you get a harder erection. If you can get a harder erection just by, you should go for it. It's pretty free. Yeah, breathing. Yeah, they haven't charged us for that yet. So go for that. So let me give you one more thing though. I want to give you a bonus strategy, a philosophy to use, incorporate these 5 testosterone shifting habits into your daily life a lot easier. And that is to walk away from crazy. I didn't say run away from crazy. I said walk away from crazy. And the reason is, I mean, think about it. If you see a dog and you start running it, it starts chasing you. Well, that dog is your habits. There's a reason why you've been eating a lot of sugar, sleeping the wrong way, not lifting weights, not doing meditation. There's habits already locked in that you can't just one day change. I mean, people try it all the time. It's like New Year's, I got my resolutions. And so tomorrow I'm going to stop eating this. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop doing this. Your brain has already locked into these habits and it's hard to change them. The way to change it is to slowly over time, so that you're changing your habits. You're not going to change all your habits at the same time because you already have stimulus set up. It's like, hey, I'm used to getting up every morning and pouring a whole bunch of sugar into my coffee. Well, okay, now that you know the sugar is a problem, well, I did it for 3 days, and then on the 4th day, I added too much sugar and I drank it and I didn't even think about it. Oh, woe is me. And now you're stressed out. don't stress it. There's always tomorrow. Just get used to the fact that you have to make certain changes. The show was on and I didn't get, a lot of sleep because had to stay up for the end of the show. I get it. That's life. Relax. You have to walk away from crazy. Crazy is your habits. Walk away from it and your habits won't chase you. Run away from it and your habits will show up right there the next day like, it's that dog. It's there for you. So there's my dog impersonation. What are you going to do? So, hey, those are my 5 tips for you to make those changes in your daily life. It does make a difference. Go for it. If you like the things that I just said, if you like the information, go ahead and subscribe. And also leave down in the comments, what do you think are the 2 habits that you're going to be able to implement the quickest? What are the 2 habits that you say, you know what? I can shift up on my sleeping. I can shift up on my sugar. Is it the weightlifting? Go ahead and leave the comments down below. And also, if you have any questions in terms of sexual performance, impotence, erections, erectile dysfunction, all of those things. I got a ton of information. I want to give it to you, but I need to hear from you. What do you want to know? Love to talk to you about that. This is Uncle B. Talk to you later.